richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. And the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Minnesota's offense takes the field for the first time today. When this guy comes onto the field, David, he seems to bring the it factor with him.
So much fun as a play call to have a guy you depend on, you trust. You know, Palmer, you're going to get the best out of this young man.
He's also one of those guys, David, who just elevates everybody else around him, right? All 10 guys in that huddle offensively just seem to play better knowing they've got confidence in this guy.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. Tough, hard-nosed run. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It will be 4th and 1. And the Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Now on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man quickly. The ball squirts free. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Minnesota has it back in the goal. Wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here. Thinks the call is going to end up going his way.
Oh, guys, you gotta stop cheating me. He was already on the ground.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Second down coming up. Leaves it with the running back. The Buckeyes will have a first down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He leaves it with his back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
On the move at the 30. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Buckeyes are on the move. Looking to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Thurman.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. He did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
And the Buckeyes are in the red zone. Looking to throw, it's Nolan. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to throw on first down. He got it! And he's dragged down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. Second and goal.
But when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
Third and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. They'll turn to the jet sweep to try to convert. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Ohio State.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They were really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play call? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He's got great speed, and the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on fourth and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last one. They did a lot of things really well. They've just got to do a better job finishing.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Dropping back, it's Nolan. Got his man in the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Buckeyes get enough to move the chains.
And this offense continues to do such a great job on third down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. Third and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on third downs.
And they're not on the same page there. They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third down, going up top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the Buckeyes decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. Just recently, the guys that they... and they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Here comes the crowd trying to make it tough on 3rd and long. They go to the counter. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Golden Gophers will punt this one away. 3-and-out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Smashes ahead. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. You have field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in the opportunity to get some points on the board quick.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Nolan. Snags it, takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Boston College showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory, and every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. 1st down here for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Quickly out to the tight end.
I'll say this, man, in college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Got a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Gets rid of it. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
The pitch to the left. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good game for this offense.
Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. Throwing right. It's caught. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Golden Gophers want to move quickly.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on 3rd down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time and obviously executed.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Fires and picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They go right back to him. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
That's a really nice run right there. One of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll give it to the back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Brought to the ground, but not before getting it up for the first down.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first down. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are.
He lobs one high down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Wants to throw. It's Milman. This time it's complete. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
That's a really nice throw. And you think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has the skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go, and he's playing at a high level.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The lone back's got it. They knock him down right there.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. And this one splits the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. To the ground with the back. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. The Golden Gophers will hustle with the line. Back to throw. It's Lindsay. Pocket starts to collapse. He makes the connection. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him. Try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him. But nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Makes the grab on the left. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Handoff from the gun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Tempo and overdrive.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Snagged in the middle, it's Glenn. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting for a 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Lindsay. Firing toward the end zone. And that pass is intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. He's moving out of the pocket. Quickly complete. And he'll be brought down.
That's not the way this quarterback wanted to go. Obviously, when you're left-handed, you don't want to be going to your right. But a nice job using his fundamentals, getting his body turned around to help him make an accurate throw.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. The Buckeyes get the first down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back, knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Going up top on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Looking downfield, it's Nolan. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the back.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space. So if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
Really nice job by awareness, too, from that guy. He's working the back line of the end zone. It's so easy to step out of bounds there, but he knew where it was, and when he made the catch, he made sure just to get one toe down to secure the TD.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Alabama endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Bryant-Denny Stadium, and the Tide came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start this drive with a pass. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Unloads to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the ball is intercepted. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And the Golden Gophers are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They're trying to get to it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye team.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it, recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Feeling some heat. Nice job to get down there and avoid the hit with the slide. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And with the field goal, we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, all right. I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the 2nd half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
Throws to the wideout. Already find a hole in that secondary. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
This coaching staff has really done a nice job marrying the play-action game to their running game. That looked like that was going to be a run. Everything in that play said they're running the ball downhill. At the last second, quarterback pulled the football, and he was able to complete the throw.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Nolan. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Really nice play on the pick.
What the fuck was that?
More yardage, but great field position at the 34.
Let's go. 2 interceptions already for this linebacker. Unbelievable job understanding passing situation, how to get in passing lanes, how to get a 2nd pick. Dude, he's going to the sidelines, bragging to the DBs. I got way more picks than you do.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that 1st drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. That's caught. It's Glenn. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, on 3rd and short at field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the 1st. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
I got to challenge my guys all throughout the week. When we get in these short learning situations, who's the bigger man? Who's the better man? Who's going to be more physical? These are the situations we practice all week. Challenge the manhood of the offensive line, and they come through in a big way.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
He finds his man. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Makes the grab. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Hauls it in the end zone.
Come on, guys, what was that?
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They didn't have to cover a ton of ground, moving at 33 yards. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've got 13 seconds to work with here in the first half if they choose to be aggressive. He wants to start this drive with a pass. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looking to pass. It's Nolan. He's going to let one fly down the middle. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 kicks remaining on the clock.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Bootleg wants to toss it. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's his 4th interception of the night. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
And the Golden Gophers will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's got it again. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love DBs that want to tackle. They get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
To the air, it's Nolan. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse. And they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Come on, guys.
This defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
You know, the corner route is definitely a timing route because you're pushing straight up the field to make it look like you're running a go, and then you break to the sideline. So quarterback and wide receiver really have to be on the same page with timing.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Scanning the field, it's Lindsey. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
It's just a tremendous effort on defense, understanding the situation, right? Offense has the ball in a goal situation. Someone's got to win and go get the quarterback, and the defense came up big.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 3rd and goal coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Field goal is good. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Clemson made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Tigers. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop power and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team, because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Got it in the middle. It's Glenn. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Golden Gophers will have it 1st and 10. Movement here from the tight end. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Trying to get to him. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Pulls it in. It's Glenn. Pick up a 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. And the Golden Gophers hit it quickly to the line. Looking to move it through the air. He's got it and still on his feet. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
And they'll
in his step.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit from this point.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Back to pass, it's Nolan. Fires to the tight end. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, they've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
I mean, so many good quarterbacks, and you know you're going to get great play calling, great offensive design. Ohio State offenses, every year after year, the names change, but the production continues to be the same.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Smith. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Looking to throw it again. Got it in the middle, it's Tate. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is improved, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Quickly to the tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking for a man. It's Nolan. Snags it over the middle. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't put the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And he's made one already, and this one ought to be caked from 21 yards out. Good, right down the boulevard. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at home.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Gets it out quickly. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in at the 25. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Wants to throw on second down. Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, and get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to...
All right, guys, come on.
That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The give to the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? To throw, it's Nolan. Quick strike complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line.
Good job.
Catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. And these guys are like wide receivers now. And you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw to them, and they make big plays for you.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Missouri just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to victory. And that's really the standard there in Columbia. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
The give on the inside. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick handoff. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Ready to fire from the pistol. To the ground. He's got it again. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
The give from the gun. And the Buckeyes get it past the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. They'll run it from the gun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Give to the running back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert third and short. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Buckeyes getting set on first and 10. They'll run behind the big guys on the right.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. And to commit to the run like this, obviously, you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. It's Nolan. Fires to the big fella. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They'll run it from the gun. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
On second down, wants to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
This offense, that's what they do. Last week, he had 2 rushing touchdowns. They're going to feature him. They're going to get physical, especially inside the 5-yard line. You're going to feed this guy the football. This offense has had success in the past giving him the ball.
The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They're going to run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
All right, 4th and short. You need a field goal to take the lead. There's less than a minute left right now. I don't think you get aggressive here on 4th down. Just kick the field goal to give yourself a chance to win this game.
It's good. And they have surged on top here in the final 2 minutes.
Well, the offense and special teams did their job, right? Here late in the 4th quarter, they put themselves now in position to win this game. It all comes down to the defense. Can they deliver? If they get the stop, they win this game.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Man, that is how you bring the wood. Great job by the defense. He only gets a yard, and he makes him pay for it with a nice physical tackle.
Gets it out fast. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To the air, it's Lindsey. Got his man quickly. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. He wants to throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. The Golden Gophers come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there and knock it away and deny the score.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. And forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
Well, they're trailing in this game late. The defense knows it, so they're playing for packs. 2 plays ago, they get the sack. This time, they force an incompletion. Not a lot the offense can do here to catch them off guard. They're just going to have to make a huge play here on.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. 3-point lead, put together a great drive here, Jesse. You can turn it into a 2-possession game.
Let's do that. Let's get a touchdown on the board. Let's find out where our playmakers have the best matchups. Let's exploit those, David.
And it would put our defense in such a great position. 4th quarter.
That's the game, guys. Good job.
Lead, it makes it easy to play defense.
Good comeback.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they've put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.